And I think that everybody is suffering anxiety at this point. And you know, it's a word everybody says, talks about it, but what is anxiety? And you know, there's anxiety is a function to help protect us when there's a threat. So it's a something that's good, you know, and then it's not a surprise if but there is a dangerous virus out there. So there is natural anxiety to be expected. Okay, so it's not always a bad thing. However, when anxiety spins out of control and gets in our way of our daily lives, it's a time to step back and take a look at what we're worrying about. It's important to remember that we're all in this together, that there are steps we can take to prepare for staying home and minimizing risk, like, you know, face mask, hand sanitizer. We can ease our anxiety knowing that there's what we have prepared well, and we have effective protocols, and we are in control because we are doing things so that we feel that we are in control and we know what we're going to do the next step. So I think those are just a few suggestions to help people understand their anxiety. Most parents didn't think they'd have to be homeschooling their kids. And you know, it's really not homeschooling. It's
No.
really crisis schooling. So let's face it, you know, you're real busy, your husband's busy, and you never thought you'd ever be homeschooling. It's crisis schooling. And I think we should rename it, okay? Which means, you know, that now there's virtual, you know, the kids can get on
Mhm.
to their school and do their schoolwork that way, and parents could do their work at that time. There's chores, there's helping out, there's pitching in. Um, Dade County does have the virtual schools. I'm sure maybe Broward does too. It's important to structure your child's day. Give them interesting things to do and that will nurture their education. Okay, and also leave time for work, you know, for you.
So it's extremely hard. So I'm not the only parent dealing with this. You know, there's thousands of us.
One of the things that goes on with the anxiety is this constant thinking about things that you can't control, worrying about things, worrying about what's going to happen. And, you know, that's really a natural kind of a thing. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, now we would like you to be sleeping better. I think when most people become very stressed, some of their functions diminish, you know, like some of their sleeping functions. If you have some Benadryl, which is an innocuous medicine we give it to the kids, that's not a bad thing to take at night. Um, so, you know, it's not like, you know, under a doctor's supervision, but, you know, you can't go wrong with that.
Hmm.
But I think some of your concerns are really unnatural concerns. I mean, so if you could reach out to your parents and talk to them, you know, a good thing to do if you're having trouble sleeping, what you talked about was before you go to bed at night, see if you could just write down all the things you're worried about and then come up with solutions. Okay, write them down.
Okay.
Then go to sleep. Okay, you'd be surprised how the human brain works things out because you will come up with solutions in the morning because your brain will work on them. So I would, because you're having a sleeping issue, is make a little log of the things you're worried about with your solutions and go over them at night before you go to sleep. And if you can't sleep, a little Benadryl is not a bad thing.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Okay.